Oh no, that was cool this weekend. Okay, how'd you do? Good.
And then we also got to take like the that's the
Right. Okay, how do you think you did with that?
I think I did really good. There was 7 pieces of us, and all 6 of us
All 6, you were stuck on one, like two problems. Is what you're saying? Okay.
Welcome to the heart of Sooner Nation, Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soon enough. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on another team from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Vols will put total weather to crank us up. Coming out with it, it's Acha. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Sooners offense will get the first possession of the game. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, woo, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball, but you play zone and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. You're going to have to be really careful trying to cover that dude.
He's got his man. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Sooners headed quickly to the line.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On the option. He'll pitch it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? The Sooners are marching down the field.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first row.
And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Reeled it in and just made the house call. You want to make sure this Boomer Sooner crowd gets it going early. That is one way to get it done.
And we get to break out the Sooner Schooner. The wagon gets to come out. Everybody gets jacked up. Everybody gets excited. Oklahoma has an electric atmosphere. And when these fans get involved early like this, good luck.
Lining up to tackle. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Tennessee's offense will take the field for the first time. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game? The head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He's loose down the middle. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tennessee. He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
He'll bring it out. It's on Chuck. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Sooner offense returns to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
It's a draw. Steamrolls his way ahead. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old, great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
Off-play action on first down. Gets it out fast.
Jesus.
And he's down right there. Picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a first down. Looking to pass. It's Arnold.
Oh, why is
Using the quick game.
I'm literally trying to get off the loop so I can make time to drop back and make
They've
play.
got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. And this passing game has them calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting to get this crowd jacked up and this crowd riled up. And listen, they love their team. And, dude, think about all the success Oklahoma has had over the years.
Just slithered through the tackle and he's got room to run. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. Here's the handoff. Running with power. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. 8th play of the drive, and to keep this one going, they'll need to convert a 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
One
So
bomb
after
season
putting
still.
3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Yes.
This should be the last play of the quarter.
I already did. I'll go out in a minute.
Going with the counter play here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. We've put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll leave it with him. He breaks a tackle. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. The Vols will hustle to the line.
Brewster, shut it.
Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver.
Whoa, great. Get this game.
Good
Brewster,
pick up on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
lay down.
Very important for a ranked team
Now.
going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog
Lay
reason
down.
to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Here's a quick
Good
throw
block.
out to the left. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week. Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
A first down run on the doorstep. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Vols!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. And And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Looking for a man. It's Arnold. Quickly out to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
I have no idea what you're talking about. A what?
Wants to throw on third down.
Oh, I don't know where that's at. I haven't seen that since she in my level.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They want to just keep throwing it. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. A timeout is gone as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
He wants to pass it on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Wants to throw on third. Unloads it left. And it's picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing a turnover.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. A designed run for the quarterback. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
So, holding.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll
Roughing the
replay
pass.
the down.
Correct.
That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. Wants to throw. It's Iamaleava. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And when you get this far behind the chains and it's a
Oh,
guaranteed
you saying
passing
no?
situation,
Hit the back button, please.
defensive linemen go to work. That's what we do. We want to get sacks. We want to rush the quarterback, especially in known situations like this. That's why the quarterback tasted that dirt.
And you can give
This
all the
Sunday,
credit
this
to the crowd
not
for
one
that one.
audible,
Offense,
not one.
no chance and call for the false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. And you want to know what impact
This is
home field
ridiculous.
advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it
False
back.
start. Offense.
I can't make one of them. I'm number
Mental
one team.
errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. It is third and long. Let's see what kind of arm he's got. Complete downfield.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And the Vols will punt it away on fourth down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. That's reeled in. It's sharp. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Sooners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They'll keep it on the ground. The Vols have a first down.
Pounding, pounding, pounding. I might not have that pretty run-pass ratio of 50-50, but if I can run the football like this consistently, if you're not going to do anything about it, you want to be a great offensive coordinator, keep calling the run.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Power football with the run. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. He finds his man. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He'll go to the sneak. The Volunteers are flying down the field. They'll give it to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The short hands, it's White. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
To the air, it's Iamaleava. Fires to the tight end. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt on the right hash. He got it. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Florida sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in the swamp. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He's got an open man. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They go to the ground. Bust through behind his pad. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the 4th quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. They're sitting in a seat. Let's take a look at our game summary. 1st down to start the drive after the break. Looking downfield, it's Arnold. Coming after it. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page. and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. The give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Sampson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And the Vols want to move quickly. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get into those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They want that clock to run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. The give to the tailback. At midfield, he's got room. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. They'll ride the hot hand. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this third down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. On the ground, it's Lewis. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
He got nowhere, but now it's decision time. It's third down. Listen, if I go get this first down, there's a good chance this ball game's over. The clock's going to run out. So how aggressive do I want to be on this third down?
Well, I want to be aggressive front on defense. You can tell in these last couple of plays, they've been selling out, putting a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, anticipating the offense, trying to run the football, and trying to bleed the clock. Now,
I'm thinking it's like back in the day where you thought I played it with the X button.
Just send the blitz and really dictate to them and give yourself an opportunity to win.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle. Win those